Video 50. We're halfway there. Living on a prayer. It's great consistency. I am actually very impressed with myself. Well done. Pats on the back. Because I didn't think I was going to get this far. 50%. 50 video out of 100. Wow. Well done to me. And thank you for anybody who has liked, commented, subscribed, watched the videos at all. It has started to become a good positive momentum in my life doing these videos every day. Just trying to make something, just having a small goal to work towards, making it lower than the bar. That's just me to the camera and every day. And we got halfway there, 50 days doing this. Or actually slightly less, but you know, I started on the 1st of May and I've done a couple of videos extra in some days and some days I missed. Anyway, getting to the point, it has been lots of small benefits in my life and I'm starting to have more willpower, more motivation to do things. And so not everything is perfect, but we are moving into good positions. I'm still very precarious. I mean, I could easily fall off again, you know, like those days where I've been away or even yesterday when I had a lot of work to do. It just like it really annoyed me. Anyway, if I can get no more work, that would be the best. Let's have a look at the analytics, see what we are working with this since the last check-in on video 40. So if I just look here we go. So we have in YouTube Studio our analytics. So we now have a total of 568 views, 7 subscribers. So we've not gained any subscribers in the last 10 videos. And our views are quite down here. We're going up and then we come down again. So that's how it works, I guess, you know. We'd still keep trying, improving. I guess I'm maybe flatlined in some degree. Let's have a look at the content. How many views were we on the last one? 497. And so we just gone to 568, was it? Let me go back here. And we have to do 90 days. 568. So we haven't done so many views really in these last 10 videos. And as you can see, I tried to do some better thumbnails or like just designed thumbnails here. I tried some other things doing, using another creator who does talking head stuff to try and leverage their audience. That got 4 views, so didn't work out too well. But doesn't mean we cannot try again in the future. In fact, that's one of the things I'm going to talk about in a second. And yeah, so 1 view yesterday, 1 view here, 1 view here, most 7 views, you know, or 9 views. So our views have not been fantastic in the last few videos, but we have put in some more effort into more juicier content. You know, these are like very kind of juicier kind of videos, I guess, and trying to make them more clickable. I guess his topics that would be a bit more dramatic or taboos or almost, and seeing if that would work. It hasn't really paid any dividend, you know, here, like very interesting things, I think, but perhaps has not really paid off for me. But in terms of views, in terms of actually making the content, it's great. I mean, and we also tried making better thumbnails, didn't really make much difference, so I probably might go back to more simplified. I think having a bit of text probably helps and what have you, but this is maybe too much. But yeah. And yeah, I need to keep on improving. I think I've maybe stagnated in terms of my performance to camera, in my notes. It's become almost too easy, the routine of it, instead of continuing to push and develop and get better. We have maybe, I feel like personally am starting to stagnate in my ability. So I want to continue improving my communication, and have more fun. I'm still often, you know, it's a very hard thing to focus on what you're trying to say and make your point be heard and also have fun and enjoy it at the same time. They're kind of like in two different states, because one requires lots of focus and you got to think about what you're saying, and the other is like you need to be relaxed and be playful and like almost, because I'm not reacting to anybody, there's nobody else, I have to react to myself to be playful and to some degree, and that can be slightly difficult, you know, to remember to be in that state all the time. And, you know, but again, so these are things we can work on. I still want to, you know, really enjoy just making the videos, and I am doing. I'm actually loving really making some of these. Sometimes it can be like a bit of pressure, but like yesterday I was just and had to get it out, and there were other days, you know, where it's, you know, has been a bit of a time squeeze or just like low effort, but I'm definitely more than often than not enjoying the process, and that's great. So I guess the plan for the next videos would be to again start to use some more fame hacking. That's what they call it, fame hacking, trend hacking, but particularly fame hacking on like streamers or other like content creators on YouTube who have recently started to gain audiences just from talking to camera. There's quite a few of them. I watch a load of them. There's clearly an audience for this type of content, but I have not quite found my footing in there, and that's okay. You know, we keep on going. We still got another 50 videos to go on this challenge, and I'll probably, maybe, we'll see if we keep going afterwards. I'm thinking I may want to. I've still got like, you know, because I would like this to kind of work out in some degree. I think at the moment it's like a marketing issue, you know, because fame hacking is a very popular technique. Loads of channels have used it in the past to kind of gain a viewership. You know, you tap into an existing audience base of somebody else's by making similar content or talking about a famous person, and then you kind of get a viewership boost from being able to do so. I've done it before in the past on some other channels to make hundreds and thousands, never over 10,000 views. Yeah, I think like 3,000 or 4,000 was the most, but you know, that's still quite a lot of views, particularly when we're looking at the amount I've got at the moment. So, you know, there's something to build upon there. And, you know, on the other channels, it was becoming so much effort, and it was in a different way. I'd probably try and tackle it in a quite personal way or such on this one, so it's still me rather than a whatever I was doing on those other channels. Anyway, yeah, very, very common type of trick to use. And even one of the YouTubers that I do help do design work for, I do thumbnails and other design stuff, they got their break by fame hacking against another YouTuber years and years ago. So yeah, it is a very common tactic to use. So I should probably start to use and leverage that probably quite aggressively going forward, because, you know, if I can just kind of break into the algorithm some way, I don't think me just talking about my own life at the moment is really getting much of a view count. It's not moving the needle, pushing it forward. So we will have to try new things, and then, you know, as it is a marketing issue, that would hopefully get me some momentum within the channel, some growth to start building upon. I think I am going to start to leverage short form content on the various platforms and start to poke or point things back to here, you know, because a single video that takes off there and gets a few 100,000 views could generate, I'm not saying like thousands of views here, but like maybe just like tens of views here. And that could maybe be enough to get the channel building some momentum again, because it feels like we are going downhill in terms of the view momentum, which is, you know, just as it comes. You know, there's a lot of luck involved in YouTube and just getting your first kind of break into the algorithm. I know at the start, you know, they kind of give you a little bit more of a push, but very small one. And then I think now I'm just kind of like into the mass and becoming a ghost in the amount of just pure volume of videos uploaded. But, you know, we can keep working on getting better, improving myself, my performances. I think my titles are somewhat good, you know. I mean, it could always be better, but I'm never going to be perfect, and so, you know, they're getting better, and yeah, we just keep on trying to improve in everywhere we can. And yeah, I have about 3 months or so until I'm going to run out of money, and then I'll have to really start to, well, I'll get some more money along the way on that, you know, but ideally I would, I mean, it seems a bit delusional to be saying that with only 7 subscribers, but I really do not want to have to go back and find a load more work being a designer. I am sick of being a designer now. So yeah, I think also I may start uploading onto my other channels again on some of those to see if I, have the time. I don't want to overdo myself, if I'm going to start doing short form content and continue with this, and then another video that may be almost too much for me to handle all at once. But maybe in another 10 videos or so, I will start doing that as well. But yeah, otherwise, I think it's been very good, very positive for me. I've been enjoying them. I've had like a load of great comments and lots of, some subscribers and views that, just because the last 10 haven't performed, the rest of them have been pretty good along the way. And we are getting better at this. But, still a long way to go. Anyway, that's all I'm going to say today. I still think I need another pat on the back for getting halfway there. That is the hardest thing. We'll have double pats on the back when we get to 100. And maybe a cheeky celebratory drink or two. And yeah, I think I'm going to make it now. I mean, it was getting halfway is probably the hardest part, or almost more hard than getting the whole way there. Getting here was harder than, because now you're into the rhythm, the flow, the momentum of it. It's starting to become easier. I still feel a bit awkward, especially if there's other people around, but like that's natural. Anyway, I'm starting to ramble here. So I will leave it at that. Thank you for listening. Thank you for anybody that has watched and liked and commented and subscribed. I will see you in the next video tomorrow. Thanks for listening, and I wish me luck. Wish me luck today. I wish myself luck.